Welcome to Artisanal Pasta Tools. This is going to be a very brief video. We got the idea, Nonnies, grandmothers always have these interesting adaptations they make because they don't have many things, at least the immigrant group didn't. So they improvised, and one of the improvisations was making one of their favorite pastas was the fork. So I don't think anybody who's been around anybody who makes raviolis hasn't seen the fork in action. And it's actually really, I think, the best tool. It will seal a ravioli better than any other tool on the market. I have every tool ever made. This is supposed to be a good one, but I find it digs in too much. I have all kinds of tools that are supposed to seal, but nothing. I have the stamps and all of that, but nothing seals like the fork. So what we're going to do, so we made this little line, and we call it Nonnies line. And this is one of the tools in Nonnies line, and this is the fork. We just gave the fork a little dignity because this has played such an eminent role in the making of raviolis. I remember my mother using the fork when I was as young as I can ever remember. So we'll roll out this pasta, which we've got assembled here so that we don't make this any longer than we have to for you. Okay. I tend to like larger raviolis. So I will put close to a tablespoon of filling in, but that's your choice. I don't use forms. I've never enjoyed the forms. I don't want to discourage anybody from using it. If they're happy with using the form, that's fine. I always free-form them, and I always have much more dough than the form provides. I like the dough. I think the dough is so very often underrated, and to me plays as big a part in the whole process as the filling. I mean, I think it's a very, very essential, and I think it gets short riff most of the time. So anyway, what I normally do is just, if I'm going to use one solid piece, just fold it over itself. Okay. Just get your hands like that and kind of cup it. Okay? We're going to be doing a whole series of recipes associated with several of the artisanal pastas. And we're going to do our best to show you the very, very traditional recipes so that we can be as true to those traditions as possible. And we'll do research on every single recipe. And then we'll give you the variants so that, everybody had a different way of doing it. And we don't want you to be cemented to any way, but however, it's nice to know what most people felt was the original. Okay, so what we do in here is just cut off the waste. Now, hopefully, Jimmy, this is all being caught. Okay, so let's move our pastas here. Now see, that is how my mother made them when I was a kid. These large pastas, usually they were made with brains, beef, veal, pork, Swiss chard. Never used spinach. That community growing up, I never saw spinach on the table. It was always Swiss chard. Okay, now, the magic of the fork, Nonnies ravioli fork. Again, we treat this little tool. It's a little different design. We put a ferrule on here, incredibly strong. This is a well-made little tool. Again, hand done. Now, this is how you do it. You just get all of our tools are hopefully ergonomic in that they are comfortable to the hand and not harmful to the hand. So you just push it in the palm of your hand, put your finger on the tip, and you go like this. Be careful not to puncture the cavity that the dough is on. And this goes very quickly. Now, that will give you a better seal than 10 of these, okay, or any of those punch presses that you see all over. You can also then go right along the edge, and this will very seldom ever do any damage to the cavity, and then you cross it. And boy, that will give you a seal. The only thing that will come loose is maybe the top if you overboil it, make the dough wrong, but otherwise you're not going to have filling come out. Again, you just go kind of with your tip of your fork inward. You don't have to go too close because you don't want to puncture it. And then you cross it and go all the way around. And you are going to make one of the most solid fillings for a handmade ravioli. And it's very impressive. People just get a kick out of a ravioli that size. So again, that's our Nonni's ravioli fork. It's everybody we showed it to wants one. They love it. They get a kick. It's a conversation piece. It's kind of funny, but it's probably going to be one of the most practical drawer items. I put this like with the Piadina pin. It's just one of those items you put in the drawer, and whenever you make pasta, this is going to be a go-to piece. Again, we put a little leather thing around it, like we did with our Fuzi little thing, and they just sit there and they go in, and you can take it off, and this comes off as well if you want to, but a lot of people enjoy hanging them. So that is our Nonni's raviolis fork. These are I think well priced for the amount of time. These things all take a lot of time. Go on our site, check it out. If you like it, we'll send you one. And by the way, we give you a bag with this one. This comes with the bag, just as the Fuzi came with the bag. Same bag, as a matter of fact. Okay? Thank you for watching, and enjoy your journey in culinary history.